can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York.
How we doing, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Richie Hicks Jr. Sports Podcast here on Facebook Live and YouTube. It is Richie and Idris, and we are hitting on Week 17 in the NFL. This is the second part of our weekly preview. If you didn't check out the first one, it is up on YouTube. And, a lot of big games this week. Got an in-state rivalry game with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Miami Dolphins. We've got a lot of one-seeded situations on each conference as well as divisionals that have yet to be decided. I mean, you have some teams that, well, you take a 49er team, they could be the one seed or they could finish in third. That's how tight these races are down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. The West is crazy because I thought the Rams were going to run away with it. Then Seattle just came out of nowhere and said, hey, we're still here. And now the Niners, they're just all beat up and all, but they're right there. It's crazy, man.
They are right there. And, there's going to be quite a few games that other teams are going to be, and other teams' fan bases are going to be tuning into.
Mm-hmm.
You also have the Tank Bowl featuring the Las Vegas Raiders and our guys, the New York Football Giants, as I got to get this off my chest before we hit on anything. I'm going to do a short on this very topic, so I'll do an abbreviated thing here. But, Max Crosby recently spoke to the media saying how he doesn't give a damn about the one pick and he wants to play. And within 48 hours of that, the Raiders are like, oh, no, no, no. And they shut him down.
Yeah.
My understanding is Brock Bowers also won't be playing.
Uh-huh.
And, down the stretch, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I don't think the New York Giants have shut down some players.
Right.
Because of the standings and where things lie. There's like a very gray, thin area, fickle area of integrity and all this other stuff. But this is nothing new. No. I'm surprised that, I noticed that you got some Giant fans having a bit of an outburst about that the Raiders are trying to lose on purpose.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, guys, have we been trying to win lately? Because have you seen some of those fourth down masterful calls that we've done, ranging back all the way to the Detroit game to the current? I'm like, guys, we haven't exactly been doing everything that doesn't lead to some suspicion. So, do I want to beat the Raiders? I mean, usually.
Yeah, usually.
But do I want to lose the one pick and lose the opportunity to trade with maybe the New York Jets?
Right.
Or another quarterback needy team? I'll be honest with you. I don't think any team in the top five is more quarterback needy than the New York Jets. So that would be very interesting. And I absolutely think that would be the team the Giants more than likely trade with. I mean, It could be who else would approach the Giants? The Steelers could approach the Giants, but they're going to be picking a lot later. So they don't necessarily have that top 10 pick to keep the Giants, like, the Jets.
Yeah.
They hold the number one from Indy, a number one from Dallas.
You know, I'm
They
with
hold the 4 pick. I think it's the 4 pick right now.
Yeah, they got yep. You know, I'm with you because like in the past, even up to the early part of this year, you know me, I've always been. I don't want to tank. I want to win. I don't care if we are 0-16. I want us to win number 17. However, this year, based on where we are, we got 2 games left in the season. I mean, what are we gonna do?
This is what I say.
Yeah.
If you lose to the Raiders,
Yeah.
you could afford to win your last game.
Yeah.
Because the Titans already screwed up themselves for this.
Yeah. And I don't think the Titans are trying to lose. The Titans are playing hard, man. They're playing.
Yeah, they have been playing.
And you know, with the Raiders, I don't have a problem with them tanking because they need everything. Okay. The only issue I have with them is how they shut
Crosby.
Yeah, they shut him down after he made the comments. Because then you're saying, like, you basically told everybody we're tanking.
I just think it's comical that people think just because the Raiders benched him that the Giants can't lose to them. Because
Giants can lose to anybody.
that's what I'm trying to say. I mean,
we've proven that.
Our offensive line is banged up. We don't have K5. We don't have anybody in the receiving room outside of Robinson.
Right.
I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Based on what's on paper, do I think the Giants will win? Yeah, probably. But
Don't want
it's just funny. If the Giants want to guarantee a loss here, all you have to do is start Russell Wilson.
Yeah. Correct.
Start Russ. Treat it like a preseason game.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would start Russ.
Mm-hmm.
Then if you want to finish the season on a high note, try to beat Dallas at home.
Yep. Rest the starters. I mean, leave a few out there, but put Russ out there. You know, maybe even throw Jameis in there a little bit. But yeah, this is the one season that I got.
The only problem that I have with starting Russ, is that with Pete Carroll on the other sideline,
he might try to beat that ass. Yeah, you're right about that. He might go out there and do a Anthony Joshua, be like, "Look, I'm going against the script."
Yeah. He's like, I'm not going to be here next year. I don't owe these guys anything.
Oh shit. Yeah, I want us to. What's up, Carson Wentz in the building? I want us to get the number 1 pick because, dude, this team's need quarterback. We know the Jets need a quarterback for sure. The Raiders need a quarterback. Pittsburgh needs a quarterback, and and we can get a haul from Pittsburgh. I think we can get a haul from all of them. The Raiders, the Jets.
I'm curious if the Jets would be a little hesitant to give us so much capital, but there's no secret that it would be so obvious that if the Jets were to deal with the Giants, they probably go Fernando Mendoza number 1 overall, where the Giants would fall back to the 4 pick.
Yeah,
but it would require the Jets to up those 2 first-rounders, one from Indy, one from Dallas, because you got to think, Indy is becoming a good team that ran into an unfortunate situation at quarterback.
Yeah.
And Dallas, say what you want about them, but they're usually right in the middle at minimum. So it's not like those 2 ones you're going to be drafted in the top 5, top 10.
Right.
So in that regard, it's still a good haul.
Yeah.
But I do think that the New York Giants, that's the team to trade with, right in front of you, the Jets.
Right there.
I mean, of course, Cleveland could approach you, not necessarily at quarterback, but to bolster the defense, to bring some help in for Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
There's options. There's options galore on guys that could be drafted high. I mean, you have some phenomenal linebackers in this draft. You have a couple of guys that could qualify as shutdown corners.
Yeah. We got but I got a funny feeling, dude. I don't think the Giants are going to try to lose, man. I mean, they might try to lose, but with the Raiders, I mean, the Raiders are trying to lose. And
I think it's all about I think it's all about perception too, because
yeah,
like the Giants could walk out of this with integrity and still screw up because,
yeah,
buddy, we saw it with that Lions game when the Giants chose not to go for three.
yeah.
And I said this weeks ago.
Hmm.
It's not that I think that we're like the greatest 2-13 team. I mean, we are pretty good for a 2-13 team, I guess,
We're good. We're good.
when
Yeah.
we've had leads against Detroit,
Everybody.
Denver, Chicago, Green Bay.
Dallas.
Yeah.
Everybody.
But on the flip of this, on the flip of this, it's like I also know that our coaching
Hmm.
does some questionable stuff when we are in position
Yeah.
to score points. I mean, perhaps it's a little fishy. Perhaps it's just a mistrust of a very failed kicking game all year.
Oh my goodness. Have we ever had a season where we had to go through this many kickers? Now we knew Gano was hurt, but golly, everybody else we had just couldn't kick. And I thought Cool would just be the guy where just like, okay, this is our kicker. But golly,
I thought so too. I mean, right now, the kid who kicked last week actually converted,
yeah,
and we're aiming low right now. Let's be honest.
yeah.
I mean, we've seen the Green Bay Packers deal with this uncertainty at the kicking position. It cost them a game
Yeah.
a couple of years back against the 49ers. Those same 49ers had some kicking issues a little while back. Prior to Brandon Aubrey, Dallas Cowboys missed all their extra points in a wild card victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tom Brady's final game.
Right.
So, we've seen this weird stuff go down, and kicking is such a fickle position. Before we move it along and get into the predictions, I want to hit on one final thought on this, and I'm going to probably do a short, as I already stated.
Mhm.
Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
This is a guy that's so easy for me to hate. He
Why?
starts his NFL coaching journey
Is it the
as the
gumshoe?
coach of the Jets. That's a check for him. Then he goes to the Patriots. That's another check for him. Then he goes to USC, and I'm a Notre Dame fan. That's like a double check for him.
Oh yeah.
Especially the Reggie Bush game. We remember that.
Yeah, that's definitely
That's a double check.
That's a discount double check.
Then he comes back to the NFL, coaches the Seattle Seahawks, another team that I never cared for.
Yeah.
And now he coaches the Raiders. This is a man that has never coached a team that I've liked. Not to mention that I think he's a bit of a slime ball.
I think he doesn't like you, man.
Probably doesn't.
That is crazy though. he goes to everybody you can't stand.
The craziest thing about Pete Carroll's resume
Yeah.
is that it's so rare that you get a third head coaching opportunity in the NFL when you failed your first two times. And it's a weird dynamic with him. I remember when he got hired by New England,
Yeah.
guaranteeing a Super Bowl victory. He provided it when he decided to throw a slant route with 22 guys in the end zone.
You know what's so funny about Pete Carroll? I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm a fan of Pete Carroll. I've always,
of course, you are.
But then again, up until a few days ago, I couldn't stand Notre Dame either. So, and I was in the military in Seattle, so I kind of had like a fondness for Seattle a little bit. But if you notice, like the Seattle Seahawks used to play in the same division as the Raiders.
Sure, they were the Kingdom.
It's funny because now they play. He coached Seattle. Now he coached the Raiders. They were in the same division at one time. He coached the Patriots and the Jets, and they was in the same division at one time.
It's just like I said. It's just wacky that
all the teams you hate, he coached.
and he's been able, like I said, after two failed coaching experiments,
Right.
to get a third chance is so rare because
At his age.
you have a guy like Steve Spagnuolo who had a failed run with the St. Louis Rams. He had a okay short run as interim coach of the New York Giants.
Yeah.
He's been a terrific coordinator for the Giants twice, the Eagles once. He's been the best of the best with the Chiefs.
4-time Super Bowl champion.
Right.
DC. Yeah.
Right. And it's just crazy. It's truly crazy the way that certain guys get looked at. It would. I mean, I remember Adam Gase kept getting head coaching jobs. I'm
Oh
like,
my
why and how?
goodness.
Why and how?
But you know something about Adam Gase? The funny thing is, they haven't had a coach. I mean, he sucked. We know that. He wasn't that good. But you know what? They just haven't been even close to as good as he was as a coach. And he was bad.
Truthfully, they haven't had a coach to be proud of since Rex Ryan, and before him, Herman Edwards had some success.
Yeah, before that, I can't think of his name.
I personally think they gave up on Todd Bowles too quick.
I think so too.
But then again, I think they did the same thing to Robert Saleh. Saleh will get another head coaching opportunity.
Oh yeah.
But it would be wise of him to avoid the East Coast, particularly the Metro New York area.
Shoot, it wouldn't be surprised if he come to New York as our DC.
I wouldn't be mad at that one bit, but as head coach, I think it would be unfair for him.
Yeah.
Because of that circus that happened with Woody Johnson and co. But we're going to move it along. Tampa Bay Buccaneers traveling to Miami Gardens, taking on the Dolphins, 7-8 at 6-9. Tampa Bay's run as NFC champs since the 21 season is in jeopardy. The Dolphins are possibly now in the post-Tua era. I'll start with Tampa. Although they don't deserve to be in the playoffs, some would question if Carolina does as well because they've both taken turns screwing this up. Carolina has a very challenging game against the Seattle Seahawks this week.
Yeah.
So Tampa does have an opportunity to end up with the same record as the Panthers at week's end. As the Dolphins go, new quarterback. I don't know what the future holds for Tua, but something tells me that he will be quarterbacking somewhere else next year with a chance to start.
Yeah, I think he's going. I think Euro is their guy. They drafted him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a decent quarterback. You just got to get the rest. Well, I think that's their guy. I think Tua will be somewhere else. Someone's going to trade for him. But you got to put him in an offense where you're not running an RPO or something like that, you know. Yeah,
I'm looking at teams that would consider bringing in Tua, and believe it or not, assuming Aaron Rodgers doesn't sign one more one-year contract, which is also possible.
The way he's acting.
Yeah. You don't look like a guy that wants to walk away right now, but I thought Pittsburgh could possibly make sense. There's all kinds of rumors going around the league. There's rumors that Harbaugh and the Ravens might be parting. There's even been rumors that the Ravens would consider moving on from Lamar. So there's all kinds of rumors floating. Then you got Joe Burrow with his cryptic tweets talking about that he's fed up. You know, it's an interesting time with quarterbacks going into the offseason, more so than most years.
I think he's ready to go.
The question is, does he want to pull an Andrew Luck or does he want to play somewhere else? That's the big question.
I think he wants to play. I think he wants to play, but I think he's done there because they doing him like Andrew Luck and like oh God.
You know something? We talk about big holes. You know the team that might have the draft capital to pull off a trade to get a Joe Burrow? Believe it or not, the New York Jets.
Yeah.
And they do have a young star in Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
Where it could be appealing.
Yeah.
You never know.
And that's Broadway for him. He on the Broadway.
Yeah, he could excel in that environment. I do believe that. And it wouldn't be a terrible move because it's not like they're getting like a Brett Favre or an Aaron Rodgers when they're fossils.
And also with him, you know, being he has that big contract, Cincinnati's going to have to take on some of that.
No question. Yeah,
it's going to help the Jets in when they say, "Hey, let's make a deal for Burrow." They say, "Okay, if y'all take his whole contract, we'll just take this for this." Okay, bet. Let's do it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that could happen. You know, you just got to see how it plays out because you know, they paid Higgins, they paid Chase. They've never been able to provide him with the right protection up front. That's part of the reason why this kid always misses games. So it will be very interesting to see how it plays out as this particular game goes. I expect it to be close. I would not be the least bit surprised if this turns into a bit of a track meet. But truthfully, I trust the Buccaneers more than the Dolphins, even though the Buccaneers have been far from consistent. I think this is a game that they have to win, and it's a game that they will win.
I'm going the other way, man. I think the Bucs are reeling, man. Mike Evans is back, was a great thing. Bucky Irvin's back, you know, but since Bucky Irvin's come back, man, they've been losing, man. So
Yeah, the
Miami,
defense has let them down in a big way.
you know what? I take that back. I forgot Tua's not playing, and I think had Tua played this game, I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay. Tua's not playing, and even though Tua's benched, I think Tua would be the better quarterback going up against Tampa Bay because of his experience, because of his arm and everything else, and how hard they're playing. I'm going Tampa Bay on this. They got to win anyway. This is it for them.
I'm going to take Tampa by 9. Tampa Bay 29, Miami 20.
I'm gonna go Tampa 28, Miami 17.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not really like a road game. They're both state
Yeah,
teams.
yeah, right up. Yeah, yeah. 3 hours away from each other.
Yeah, not a
Not
big
that
deal.
long. Yeah, 3 hours away, 4 hours away, something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna say.
All right.
Yeah, let's roll.
New England Patriots heading to MetLife Stadium, taking on the Jets. 3-12, hosting 12-3. Patriots win here.
That's it.
Clinches their first AFC title since the 2019 season. The Jets look for any form of continuity, but it's a tall task for quarterback Brady Cook. I expect this to be a very long day for the Jets in every way imaginable. Patriots defense, top 10 unit for sure.
Yeah.
They've been able to avoid distractions. 2 of their 3 losses this year, 2 playoff teams, because the Steelers will win the North.
Yeah.
The Bills are going to be a very formidable wild card, assuming that the Patriots somehow don't screw up against the Jets in Miami, which is super unlikely. The Jets are not going to be able to do much on offense. I'll put it to you like that. The only way that the Jets could make this a ball game is if their defense rises to the occasion, which, quite frankly, we haven't seen happen at all this year. I think the Patriots are going to win and win big. Give me the New England Patriots 37. Give me the New York Jets 13. I think this is going to be a legit ass whooping.
Yeah. I want to say something about Aaron Glenn. I like him, but I think he's doing a bad job in his first season, man.
So do I.
For him to fire Steve Wilkes and and he talked about continuity and da-da-da-da. And I know he talks about accountability. I'll be like, but come on, dude. Neither side of the ball has looked good. And as a coach, you haven't looked that good yourself. You got to listen.
I'd be more than happy to bring in a guy like a Steve Wilkes to run the Giants defense. There's plenty of guys.
Yeah.
Not even like the big household names. Because, obviously, when you're talking defense, things of that nature, you hear Shula, that would be more on the head coaching spec.
Yeah.
You hear coordinators, head coaching spec, of course, Steve Spagnuolo, but Steve Wilkes, I would not be upset with, nor would I be upset with Antonio Pierce.
Either one. I take either one. So, with the Jets, Aaron Glenn has been a turnoff. And I've always liked him going back to his days as a Jet. But
Yeah, he was a scrappy ball player.
Yeah, but he's looking. I don't know, man. I don't know, but I'm going to go New England big too. I'm going to go New England 35, Jets 17, man. I just don't see Brady's going to have a tough. Not that Brady, there's only one Brady. I'll say Brady Cooks. I'll say his name. He's going to have a tough game, man. And that Jets defense is going to have a tough way because, they're in turmoil right now.
Yeah, most definitely. And
Jets may not even play everybody, man. Who knows?
And a lot of people forget because it happened kind of quietly because he didn't go to a big market.
Mm-hmm.
But they traded Sauce Gardner, and I don't think they got enough for him.
I don't either.
That right now, Indy, because of the Daniel Jones situation and the desperation to bring in Rivers, the dividends aren't going to pay right away. But I think Indy next year is going to be in a very good place.
Yeah, I believe so too. And even if Philip Rivers sticks around, I mean, just as a advisor, because I think he'll be a good mentor to Daniel Jones. I think he'll be a great mentor to Daniel Jones. So I think next year Indy will be doing something. The Jets, like I said, I don't even think the Jets will probably play. They'll probably play their starters and then start sitting them down towards the second half. Because I think they've checked out. Aaron Glenn, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, it's bad. The Pittsburgh Steelers taking the trip to the Dog Pound, taking on the 3-12 Cleveland Browns. To put it bluntly here, I think the Browns are screwed in this game because of the one consistent offensive weapon they've had all year. That, of course, being the rookie running back Jukins, who unfortunately his season was ended prematurely. And that sucks for me as a fantasy owner because I'm still going to keep him. But, that was one of my draft steals this year. Aaron Rodgers playing at a very high level right now. A lot better than I expected at this juncture. I thought he was going to be limping to the finish line. It's been quite the opposite now, whereas Pittsburgh has separated themselves in what a month ago looked like a division nobody wanted to win. And I actually think that the Pittsburgh Steelers right now, with the confidence they have, could go in the playoffs and not go home right away.
I'm with you, man. Aaron Rodgers, dude, he looks like he just had a resurgence, man. And like me and you were talking offline, who knows what he does for next year? Because what if these guys make a deep run, AFC Championship?
I mean, I'll be honest. Do you trust Denver right now? I don't.
I don't. And you know why I don't trust Denver? The quarterback.
Yeah, Bo Nix.
I don't trust the quarterback. And
he barely got Brett into the 20s on that late score, but
yeah,
Brett has a shot to still win. Live projections, Brett's favored to lose is projected to lose the championship by 9 points, but he has a chance.
Yeah.
If Brett loses, his big regret is going to be not starting Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, who had over 22 points.
Oh man,
I don't think Brett was aware that Chris Rodriguez was getting benched. But then again, Krosky-Merritt's been so bad all year, so I could understand that too. But I would have definitely started him.
Yeah. As for the game, Judkins, that's sad because he was doing so well, man. And
for sure.
He was getting better and better and better. And then for him to lose, and this part, injury is not good in no time. But if someone's gonna have it early, week 1, 2, 3, 4. That way, take the off season, the rest of the season, off season, boom, you'll probably be back game 1. Now with him getting hurt this late in the season, his next season, man, he's gonna miss most of it, man, and that's gonna hurt Shedeur because Shedeur needs a lot of work, and I know his fan base will say, no, Shedeur needs a lot of work. I mean, yes, his offensive line is not all the way now. He lost Judkins, but it's a lot of stuff he's making mistakes. So, and with the Steelers, them guys are playing on both sides of the ball, man. Both sides. Look, I'm going Steelers 30. I'm going to go 35-17. I'm going to go 35-14. Myles Garrett, get the sack, dude. You got the oldest man in the world. Get the sack.
Well, interesting caveat here is that Brett Favre coughed up the sack record, and
he gave it
up. he was called out by Mark Gastineau.
Oh my goodness!
Pops Cheddar in the Sun League is the field versus Brett. Yeah, if Brett wins, it would be defining the odds, kind of like Frank Drebin of the Naked Gun series. I like the Steelers too here. I'm going to take the Steelers by a score of 30-16. I think the Browns will be a little scrappy, but 30-16 in favor of the road team for the season sweep.
Let me ask you a question though.
Myles Garrett's not going to get a sack this week. I think Aaron Rodgers is really going to do his due diligence to make sure that Garrett doesn't get him.
Well, that was my question to you. I go like, what are the chances of Aaron Rodgers laying down like Brett Favre did for Strahan? But it would be kind of funny.
It would be.
Two Green Bay Packers.
But I really think that Rodgers wants to make it difficult. So we'll see.
I think so too. I don't think he'll lay down because then he'll be compared to Brett Favre. Because Brett Favre laid down for Strahan, and they are both former Green Bay Packers. So, and I think me too, Shed. I think Garrett might get to him, but I don't think Rodgers is going to make it easy for him.
Now Garrett needs 2 for the record, correct?
Yeah, 2 for the record. Yeah.
Now, is that the sole record or to tie the other 2 gentlemen? Watt and Strahan?
He need 1 to tie, 2 to break it.
I have a prediction that Garrett is going to end up tied with the other 2 gentlemen. I don't think he's going to break it. Well, we'll see.
Yeah, if he don't get it today, I think he'll end tied.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah. I don't want him to get it because of Strahan.
Yeah, me neither. I was already aggravated that TJ Watt tied him, but we'll see.
Yeah.
The Jacksonville Jaguars, I'm starting to respect this team at 11-4,
Woo!
taking on the 8-7 Colts. The Colts Cinderella season has taken a bad turn after the Jones injury. No fault of Philip Rivers, more so the Colts defense.
The defense. Yeah.
The Jags look to win the South despite many doubters. Myself was one of those doubters, and much
too.
adversity due to injuries earlier in the year. Liam Cohn, Ben Johnson, probably the two finalists for Coach of the Year. It's going to be interesting to see which way it goes. I mean, you could also go to Seattle or Carolina, so it will be interesting.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. See, yeah. I mean, it's
Yeah,
possible.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
As the game goes, I expect to see something similar to what we've been seeing. The Colts have not been able to stop the run nor the pass. Therefore, they can't stop the bleeding. I think, first of all, is Philip Rivers getting the start, or are they turning it over to Riley Leonard?
Nah, he's starting.
Okay, it gives him a puncher's chance, but I still think Jacksonville outscores them. I think the Colts will play competitively, but I still like the Jaguars by 10 or more.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. It's just the Colts defense, dude. They've let them down too many times, man. No matter what, even when yeah, exactly, Shed. That's what I'm gonna say. Etienne is gonna run through. I think Jonathan Taylor will get his game off today. But that Colts defense can't stop him. They just can't do it. And Trevor, and I was one of the doubters too. I've been a doubter of Trevor Lawrence since he came into the league. So hey, I'm gonna eat the crow and say, hey, he surprised me this year. Shouts out to him. He's balling out. He's showing that number one pick he's supposed to be. And I think he'll continue today because they're on the road. They've always been a road team, even when it was bad. So yeah, I'm gonna get him a 10-point spread. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 10-point because it might be 15, it might be 20. So I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go 10. I'll leave it at that.
I'm going to go 27-17 in favor of the Jaguars. I think Indy tries to make it a one-score game late, misses a field goal that essentially ends the comeback bid where they can't even onside kick it. Not that the onside kick has any real threat anymore. They really screwed that up. I don't like it.
I don't like it either, man.
The Seattle Seahawks are 12-3 with a chance at the 1 seed, but they also could still flounder and fall down. Flounder. They're a 12-win team. The West is producing 3 playoff teams, which is very impressive.
Yes.
Carolina's 8-7. And if this was based only on records, well, we've said this in previous years, the NFC South has been the weakest division in this conference for quite some time. Yeah, that sucks, Shed. No more Indiana Jones.
It sucks for me, man.
Yeah, it does kind of suck. Carolina had a big win against Los Angeles less than a month ago. Can they do it again against another powerhouse team from the West? No, I'm sorry. Bryce Young is not going to be able to deal with the exotic blitzes as well as the coverage schemes that Seattle's defense provides. I think Carolina will be fortunate if they keep this within 10. Seattle has proven time and time again during the course of the year that they're not afraid to go into anybody's house and dominate. I actually think they're very dangerous on the road.
Yeah.
I like Seattle big here. Give me the Seattle Seahawks by a score of 34-20. 2-touchdown victory for the Seahawks on the road, and this will set up Week 17 to see who's going to win the South. Looking ahead, does Carolina have one more meeting with Tampa?
Yes, sir.
And that's going down in Carolina, if I'm not mistaken.
Carolina.
Yeah.
They come to the cat house.
Yes, sir.
I'm with you. I'm with you on the same score, actually. The thing about Carolina, man, it seemed like they beat the good teams, but they lose against the teams like New Orleans, the teams.
Yeah, you have victories that are pretty impressive on their resume,
Yeah.
Before people were taking them serious, they beat the Cowboys. The big win this year was obviously beating the Rams. They did beat Tampa, who's not who they used to be. They beat Green Bay and Lambeau. That was a nice win. But then you lose.
Yeah.
You lose to the Falcons.
after you shut them out 31-0, you lose to New Orleans when you should have beat them.
You get swept by New Orleans.
You swept by New Orleans, yeah.
And this
So,
is the strange part
I
of
think
who are they?
Yeah, Seattle's like, you got two teams like on the East Coast and the West Coast. You can see as bullies. How I've always seen it as, not by any certain metric, but like Seattle has always seen. I've always seen them as bullies ever since the Legion of Boom. Like the Eagles, I don't like the Eagles. They've always seen like bullies, the team that the guy on the street they heat the shit.
Well, yeah, going back to Buddy Ryan too, he kind of emphasized that.
But once you knock him in the mouth, you know, all that bully go out.
It's kind of like when you pop an Eagles fan.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? You got it. You see, you get it, Richie, because you're a Giants fan. So with Seattle, can no one tell me that right now that they expected them to be 12-3 right now? I don't care. No way. I thought Sam Darnold would do good, but I didn't think he would be enough.
I said best case scenario 10 wins.
Yeah. I think I was like 9. I think I was like 9-8, something like that. But look where we are. Same score for me, man. Seattle. If Carolina wins, woo.
Now who does Seattle wrap the year up against? I think they're playing the Niners in the final week, right?
I believe so.
Because I don't believe they've played the Niners twice. Week 1, the Niners had a win over them. I'm sure Shed will fly that in. Here we go. I know my guy Shed. Yep, that's the Niners.
That's the Niners. Tomorrow.
This is set up for some serious drama.
Tomorrow night. Perfect.
It's going to be good. Good.
Oh, yeah.
All right. We got the Arizona Cardinals at the Cincinnati Bengals. The only value in this is if you're still in the fantasy playoffs, because when I picked up Jacoby Brissett and I saw this on my schedule, I said, oh, wow, he's playing Cincinnati in the final week of the fantasy season. What a break for me. But I lost in round 1, so forget it. But as the game goes, I actually think that the Cardinals and the Bengals are both going to put up some serious offense. I think this could be a low-key kind of game. Some might remember some years back where we saw Peyton and Marino. Now, those are two legends. I'm not going to put Brissett in no legend category, but with that Cincinnati defense, many could look like a legend. I have a feeling that this is going to be a bona fide shootout. And I do have Cincy winning the shootout, but this could look similar to what we saw some years back when Drew Brees and Eli Manning had that shootout.
That 40, yeah. That was a basketball game. That was a high school basketball game, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm with you, man. Because I don't see anything on either defense. Nothing to lose. Go out there and play, you know. And since he got a pretty good backup, I guess, you know. So just in case they need to go to the backup, you know, I think they got a pretty good backup who can put up 30 points easily too. So, yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 38-35, man. I think this is a game that is for the fans, dude.
Yeah, definitely could be a fun one for the fans. I'm gonna take the Bengals in a high-scoring affair. Give me 36-30 in overtime.
Oh, I didn't say who won. I just said the score. Dang.
I just assumed it was the Bengals. I can't see Brissett out doing Burrow.
Yeah.
This is gonna be that kind of game, though. Watch them play to like a 6-3 stalemate or some shit.
I was thinking that when I was giving my score. I said, "What's the thing be like 6-3?"
But to the gamblers, one would have to think that this is like, you know, very juicy. If you like the over for a game this week, this could be the one. But you know, Vegas has had everybody by the balls this year.
Yeah,
that's most years.
Yeah, but this might be a real good game, entertaining game, man.
It should be. Yeah, I like this game aesthetically. If you're in the fantasy playoffs, it's got to be fun for owners of Brissett, Burrow, and the Cincinnati weapons. Trey McBride, to Shed's point, should have a big one here.
Oh yeah, Tracy,
number 1 tight end for the week.
Yeah,
we got the New Orleans Saints traveling to Tennessee to take out the 3-12 Titans. The Saints are 5-10. This game shouldn't be televised. Um,
That's cold, Richie.
that's all I got. Somebody's gonna win.
That's cold.
Somebody's gonna win. That somebody's gonna be the New Orleans Saints. I think their defense rises to the occasion and makes couple of a couple of plays on Cam Ward. I think we're looking at a low-scoring affair. Give me the New Orleans Saints by a score of 17-16. They
Well,
win the game on a blocked extra point.
well, fans of Tennessee Titans, that was Richie's opinion. 'Cause I know
He's about to put out another disclaimer.
yes. Well, I should have put the disclaimer out before I said the comment. Oh, I'm going the other way in terms of what type of game it's going to be. I think they're going to put some points up in this game, dude. And don't look, but how about the Tennessee Titans got a better record than the New York Giants?
Yes, they do.
With a rookie
Yes, they do.
quarterback who has a running back who should be a backup. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Tennessee with the win. But I'm going, dude. I'm going 35-31 Tennessee, man. I think it's gonna be a game.
All right, you've got a high-scoring affair. I think
It better be because they televise it here, so I don't want to see no crap.
game shouldn't be televised.
In honesty, you're right. You're right.
All right, now it starts to get interesting here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We've got the Tank Bowl going down in Vegas. The New York Football Giants at 2-13 taking on the Raiders with a twin record. Raiders Max Crosby not playing smells fishy. The importance of this game is the rights to the one pick for the 2026 NFL Draft. Okay.
Hey, yo, just check it out, Richie. This is our first Tank Bowl since like 1972. The year I started watching the Giants play. And we won.
Well, I got the Eli Manning jersey hours before his first game, which was in a mop-up duty for Kurt Warner. Eli won Super Bowls.
Yes, sir.
That was my first rookie jersey I ever invested in. My second rookie jersey as a Christmas gift, shout out Karen Chamness, Jen's mama, got me a beautiful Jackson Dart 100-year anniversary Giants jersey.
What?
The old school threads that we wore in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
It's got the state of New York shape towards the bottom left with the New York heart. It's got the 100-year patch.
Whoa.
And a custom NFL right on the neck there. Really cool. Really a cool gift. I'm not gonna wear it this Sunday, but I'm probably gonna bust it out for the Dallas game because there's some mojo going into that. Because Eli's big win was against Dallas in his rookie campaign. Of course, Dart's won a couple of games already, but I can't wear a Dart jersey in a game that I don't want the Giants to win.
I hear that. Yeah, I'm putting on my Eli camouflage jersey.
I'm gonna be a real peckerhead and probably wear my Kerry Collins since he played for both the Raiders and the Giants.
Oh man.
Yeah, we're going that route.
Yeah, as for the Tank, you didn't give your thing on.
Oh no, it's a buildup of mediocrity. I want you to go first.
Our first Tank Bowl.
Man, these guys suck. These guys suck.
But you know what? We're a good suck if that matters.
Yeah.
That's she that said it like that, but hey, we're a good suck, all right? If we had another job, the Giants would be porno stars, because we're a good suck. But anyway, let me start the day after Christmas, man. Hey, what am I doing? Anyway, yeah, me too, shit. I think we're gonna win the game, man. But I think it's gonna be some points put up in the game, dude. I think it's gonna be like another 30. I'm gonna go 31-30 Giants, even though we should not win this game. But I don't think they're gonna quit, man.
Oh, this is gonna be annoying. The Giants are actually gonna kick their ass. That's what's gonna make it more annoying.
That's what I want them to do. I want them to be like 31-0.
No, they're gonna whip their ass. The Raiders don't want to win this game at all. Where the Giants,
Max Crosby sitting down, Broward sitting,
we're. Give me the New York Giants by a score of 34-20. 34-13. They're gonna whip them.
35-17 for me.
Thanks a lot, Giants, for nothing.
Dart and Jameis Winston plays.
If they start Russ, it's still in reach. All right, back to competitive football. The Philadelphia Eagles at 10-5, traveling to Western New York to take on the 11-4 Bills. The Bills' thin chance to win the East is still there, but the Patriots will end that. The Eagles look to rev up as they attempt to defend their Super Bowl title. The Eagles have been under much ridicule, much scrutiny all year, as many do not believe that they are as good as their record or that they are good enough to be a defending world champion. I am in that crowd. Eagles defense is good. Eagles offense is not, especially when they play better teams. Buffalo is not a great defense, but this game is in Buffalo. And I think the Bills are going to find a way to win this game. I certainly trust Josh Allen a lot more than I trust Jalen Hurts. I do expect a workhorse-like effort out of Saquon Barkley in this one. I expect similar from James Cook. But I think the X factor in this game is Josh Allen. I think there are going to be some points put up in this one. I would not even be shocked at the prospect of overtime. I remember a couple of years back, these two teams had quite the shootout in Philly. Could be a similar outcome, but I think this time the Bills win the game. Give me the Buffalo Bills by a score of 34-30 in favor of the Bills.
Yeah, I'm saying the same thing. I think Saquon will do his thing. I think James Cook is going to do his thing. But the X factor is Josh Allen. How do you stop him? Because even when Jackson Dart played against the Eagles, he had a big day. So, hey, I'm going to go. I'm going to go 30. I'm going to go 31-27 Buffalo.
Yeah, I think the Bills are the most dangerous wild card for the AFC going into these playoffs. And unlike previous years where they have the pressure of playing at home and being expected to win, he is a little banged up.
Yeah,
but he's smelling the playoffs.
Yeah, he's not gonna quit. Not Josh Allen.
Shed thinks it could be. All right, we're gonna find out.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday Night Football sees the Chicago Bears traveling to Santa Clara to take on the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers' big ridicule and scrutiny this year has been that their defense has not lined up with some of these other teams that are considered title contenders, division contenders, etc.
Mm-hmm.
However, Kyle Shanahan, one of his finer coaching jobs this year, as I really think that he's done a hell of a job, keeping this Niners team, faking it until they make it.
Yeah, no doubt.
As Caleb Williams goes, he's had the flair for the dramatic. He's had some big-time moments this year. Bears have won a lot of close games. But with the Green Bay Packers right on their heels, despite, that heartbreaker recently, I'm going to revisit the Packer game, too, because Malik Willis is getting the start. I'm going to do that in between this and Monday Night Football. If the 49ers can limit the Bears' running game, I think the 49ers have a very good chance of winning in front of their home crowd. And I think the 49ers are in a situation where going into the final week, it could be very interesting. And if the Green Bay Packers win, the Packers will jump back into first because that tie has been weird all season long. I'm expecting the 49ers to play a full 4 quarters. I'm expecting the 49ers to show some serious heart here. Give me the San Francisco 49ers in a close one here. 49ers 27, Bears 24. Cairo Santos blocked field goal for a potential overtime. It said it's overtime. I got the 49ers coming up big in front of the home crowd.
I got the 49ers. I'm gonna say without the thing, I'm going 31-24. I think they get to Caleb Williams. I know that defense is not as strong and healthy as they should be, but they're getting it done, man. I think they get to Caleb a couple of times. I think he throws one. Well, I think he puts one on the ground. I think he put one in the air, up for grabs. I think George Kittle's going to have a good day.
Well, according to Shed,
Yeah.
Kittle is banged up.
Oh, she's questionable. Yeah.
I still like the Niners.
Oh,
I think they're gonna show some guts.
Yeah, I'm still going Niners, man. I think the Niners are playing. It's like a house money thing, you know. They know they're hurt, and no one's expecting too much from them, you know. But yeah, okay, meet them. Okay.
Yeah, they might have to sit them until the playoffs.
Yeah. But I think the Niners have enough because with Chicago, they've been escaping from the skin of the chinny chin chin, to use a reference, So I think that stops now when they go to Frisco. I think the Frisco is gonna be like, you ain't gonna make the mistakes here. I think you're gonna get out of here with a win.
This might be the kind of game also where they might just have to flat out outscore them. I'm expecting a spirited performance from the undermanned Niners defense. They do have injuries, but I think Robert Saleh is gonna rally the troops, so to speak. I like the Niners for the home win to make things incredibly interesting in the final week of the season.
Yeah.
Monday Night Football. Then I'm going to hit one final time on the Packers. Los Angeles Rams at 11-4 at the Atlanta Falcons at 6-9. Bad scheme, Raheem. His end is near. The Rams with a win and the Seahawks loss can be in sole possession of first with 1 week left in the season. I don't think that'll come to fruition because I don't think the Seahawks are going to lose this week. This has got the makings to be a bit of a entertaining game if the Atlanta Falcons can dictate the time of possession on the back of Bijan Robinson, which is not out of the question. I'm expecting a closer game than people expect because the Falcons have nothing to play for other than pride. And they have shown that earlier in the year with their road victory in Tampa. Of course, this is a much better opponent, but it's sometimes hard to get up for a game like this, even though you're in the thick of a division chase and things of that nature. The Rams are going to win, but I think the Falcons will compete and keep it interesting. Give me the Los Angeles Rams by a score of 31-24. I think the Falcons keep it close. I think the Rams pitch a fourth quarter shutout and outscore them 14-0 in the fourth for the victory. A must-have win for the Rams if they want to have a chance at home field advantage down the stretch. Rams for the road dub. Falcons will compete. Idris, you still there?
My bad. I didn't even know I had it on mute.
Nah, it's all good.
Yeah. I think with me, I'm going with the Rams for sure, but I think it's going to be a little lower score. Reason being, I think the Rams will play, but I think once they kind of put it out of reach, I think they'll start sitting everyone because the playoffs are coming, and it's no guarantee they'll win the division. I think with the Falcons, they're going to have to give a lot of Bijan, man. I think they'll play tough. I really do. I don't think they'll play with any quickness. They're gonna play like they're playing to win because hey, we got to beat these guys. Period.
Yeah, it's imperative that they win this game because things are gonna be very. If the Niners find a way to beat Chicago, it's gonna get very interesting. And then the final game of the year, you got the Rams are in a very favorable position because they'll play the Cardinals, but you got the Niners and the Seahawks next week. That's gonna be huge.
Yeah. It's going to be a good game, though. I'm going to go 27-21 Rams. Yeah, I think, I'm going to go 27-21.
I mean, the Niners have it right where they want it, regardless of matchups and regardless of injuries. They got 2 home games to win the division.
Yeah.
And to even go as far as being the 1 seed, which would really be miraculous.
That would be crazy.
It's more than possible. Malik Willis will win this week. Relax, Packer fans.
Yeah.
That's all I got. We already gave our analysis on the Ravens game with the Packers. I think you're going to get a steady dose of Derrick Henry. If the Packers could slow down Derrick Henry and not let him run them, like if this was the old days of Tennessee, the Packers win the game. The Packers will win the game.
I saw an interview a couple days ago with Malik Willis. He was talking to him about how he is in Green Bay, and this is what he said, and he's right. He said Tennessee never gave me a chance to play.
Well, coming out of Liberty, he was the guy that always had to do a little more to prove himself.
Yeah, he said I just wanted to get a chance. He said they wouldn't let me practice. He said they wouldn't let me do anything. He said they didn't let me play. He said now I got up here and they put me on the field. They let me run with. He said how they let him run with the first team all the time. They treated him like a starter even though he's Love's backup. He said so. He said that told me this is where I want to be. He said but they let me get my reps. He said that's why when I come into the game, I'm ready to play. He said, I play with the first team. And I like that attitude because, see, now when people see him doing his thing and how – because his game kind of reminds me of Jacoby Brissett. He got an old man's mentality when he plays. You look at him, it's like Tyler Huntley in Baltimore. He has that mentality.
That's a good comparison.
Yeah, I'm an old guy. So he gets in there, you look like, man, this guy's been playing for 10 years, but he's only been there for a couple of years. I mean, in the league, a couple of years. So I think he's going to get a starting position somewhere. Mark my words. So we need this guy.
Well, the thing with Willis too is that last year he got kind of thrown into that situation because of Jordan Love having an injury-marred season last year, second as a starter. But yes, and for Green Bay, I don't know the deets of the contract, but you would want to keep a guy like Willis in that quarterback room because, look at Indy. Look at, one injury could really derail your season.
Because, when you got a quarterback who can come in and literally knows the offense just like your starter and it never skips a beat, you got to put that money in his pocket. Because
look at the Niners. Yeah, why do you think why are they in the position they're in? Because they didn't lose much when Brock Purdy was healing up because Mac Jones played great. And once again, another clear and concise example of the Kyle Shanahan quarterback school.
You have to have a quarterback coach, a real quarterback coach for a young quarterback. Look what he's done with Brock Purdy and Jones. So that's what I'm saying. With Malik Willis, you got him. You guys have him. He doesn't skip a beat. In fact, he plays a little bit smarter than your starter. You got to put that money in his pocket because someone else is going to grab him. Or as for the game,
Shed, I don't care how it happens. I want the Niners to win this division because I want Seattle or LA to go into Philly and shit in their bowl.
I want Green Bay to win the game because of that punk ass Chris Dixon and some of them rowdy ass Baltimore Ravens fans. I like King Henry. I like Lamar Jackson, but this is Josh Allen's year. Let this man have his glory.
Everything's set up for Josh Allen to go all the way this year in the AFC.
Well, watch out,
man.
What happens. You better watch out for AR8, boy. You better watch out for AR8.
Well, speaking of AR8, the interesting thing about this too is that, things were set up possibly where Baltimore and the Steelers could have played a Week 18 win it all, but it ain't going to get that far. No. Baltimore gets beat here. Pittsburgh wins the division. Green Bay throws a bone to their former Hall of Fame quarterback.
Oh, yeah. I agree. It's going to be interesting, though, man. Like I said, Mahomes is out. Most likely Lamar's going to be out of the playoffs. Burrow's out of the playoffs.
It's wide open. Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, guys that have been, often kicked out early in the playoffs. These are guys that have an opportunity. Yeah. Of course, Drake May. Yeah. This will be his first taste of the playoffs. Crazy, so when you look at the quarterback hierarchy in the AFC playoffs, it's hard not to put your money on Josh Allen this time around.
The OGs are Josh Allen and Aaron Rodgers. That's crazy, man.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting.
That's crazy.
Good show, Idris, as always. If you haven't already, please make it a point, like and subscribe to the channel, the Richie Hicks Jr. Sports Podcast on YouTube. Before it goes away, check out the V-Mix, the Vicious Mix with this guy, Idris Salam, live365.com. Check out our friends at the Sports Corner, Joe Gal, Johnny Nash, and check out the Casual Convo show. 8 to 10, Fan Radio Mondays and Wednesdays, they alternate weeks. Shed, thank you for your contributions on the show today. Appreciate your insight. We got to get you back on a show before the playoffs start, as you always bring some good feedback on your Niners and just around the league in general. I hope Shed, Idris, and myself were wrong about the Giants screwing up this
Right.
potential to be get that one pick. I would love to fleece the Jets.
Yeah. Yeah. All I can say is go Giants. Please lose.
Yeah, what a weird time.
Please lose, man. I've never said that. Please lose, man. That's all we want for Christmas.
But while the Giants might not be that good, you know my final thought?
Yeah.
The Raiders suck, man.
God.